Good evening, my awesome friends and followers of my outstanding YouTube channel and the members and everyone in the chat. I'm just getting a drink. I'm very thirsty tonight, so I apologize. I should have had a drink before it came on, but I was doing something. I was being kept away. I was typing. I was doing something on my phone. But thank you. There's a lot of things to be thankful for tonight, and I'm going to explain in a minute. First of all, Rob O'Neill. For you don't know, Rob O'Neill, who killed Osama bin Laden. I've been watching a show that he's put together. So I've been sitting watching the show that I've been sent, and it's coming out soon, and I haven't told anyone, and it's going to be good. But he's working with Dakota Meyer, who is a Medal of Honor recipient in the US. So they're working together. They've brought out a new book together, so there's that to look forward to. But not only that, there's also, thanks to my awesome community and thanks to RHR Jen, who promoted my book First Into Singing, it's well inside the top 40 now in Amazon's top 100 bestsellers this year as the run up to Christmas, which is quite strange because I spoke to someone yesterday. I don't want to say who I speak to privately, but I spoke to someone yesterday and I was offered a publishing deal yesterday for a new book that I have written, which is going to come out, I'm hoping at the latest, before my birthday in April, it'll be out. I was offered a publishing contract, but it looked quite weak in the fact that I wouldn't earn as much percentage as I thought I was entitled to because it's my work. And I turned it down. But when I turned it down, and Jen and other people promoted that book, that went through the charts. So it's putting pressure on people. So I'm really, really pleased. And as well as that, believe it or not, something that many of you probably don't care about, but as YouTubers, I can tell you now, when you are a creator on this platform, we check. We go into the YouTube studio and we check to see when the peak timing is for our audiences. We see what genders prefer us, what countries we're popular in, and we gauge. Sometimes we gauge our videos to suit those that like watching us, and that's what I do quite a lot of the time actually. And things that's happening on a day-to-day basis. But today, believe it or not, don't even know if this is a thing, but it showed me on YouTube. 7 million likes today on my YouTube channel. That's a lot of people liking a lot of shit, isn't it? It certainly is. It really is. Right. And there's a few things today in the UK media which I didn't discuss this morning, but they are breaking news now. And I'm glad you're all watching because this is breaking news in the UK. I know for a fact that I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Doesn't bother me, but this will bother someone watching now. Listen to this. Under new government legislation from the Minister of Safeguarding, Jess Phillips, stalkers will now be given the right to know the identity of those who have been victimizing them. Tonight, I have wallowed in that in the last 15-20 minutes. I'll tell you what I've done. I've taken that legislation and I have sent it to Gloucester Police. I've also sent it on to my solicitor, who at the minute is currently struggling with the Information Commissioner to get details of someone that was arrested and someone that admitted it under caution. I've asked for all that stuff, and listen, I'm not quitting. Today, many of you sent me links to a video which was put on YouTube, which I found quite strange. Now, for those that don't know, I don't edit. If I need something edited, I will ask a very good friend to do it for me because I am absolutely shit at editing. I think you all know that. But the video that's been produced is outstanding, and it shows you into a split personality and a devious, narcissistic, sociopath type person that behaves shockingly on the platform X and clearly on the platform here. So it's really, really good. So what else is happening? This morning, now, many of you sent me messages this morning about Greg Wallace, one of the co-presenters for MasterChef in the UK. Wanted to point this out because a lot of you were letting me know. I'll read that in a second from Miss Wee Lassie. 1 second, I'll answer that in a second. So the BBC are going after Greg Wallace. A lot of women have come forward to say he's spoken out and he's been inappropriate. He's been inappropriate with what he said. Not what he's done, but what he said. But this comes at a strange time because new allegations have just surfaced of Hugh Edwards. And it seems to me, I'm not against, listen, if you do something towards women, you deserve to have the book thrown at you and be locked up. But it seems to me there's it's a bit devious where allegations are being brought forward on Hugh Edwards and the BBC are targeting Greg Wallace. I think he is someone that they're just trying to fob things off. I think the allegations against Hugh Edwards are much more serious, but they're being brushed under the carpet to keep people happy. Right? What did Miss Wee Lassie say? Trevor Colt MC, well, I asked that you were a kilt, etc. on your next live television. Sorry, on your next live, Trevor. Sorry, haven't done live television in a while. Miss Wee Lassie, just to let you know, I once played in a programme which was filmed in Scotland called Monarch of the Glen. I had to wear a kilt in that programme, and I had to. I was going across the fields, and I got shot. It was a scene from the Boer War, so I wore a kilt then. Actually, I haven't worn one since. Right, what else is happening? Well, there's one thing I've got to talk about in a second, and it'll blow your mind. It's to do with the US, the United States of America. The once most powerful country in the world, which became a laughingstock under the Biden administration. But it will come back to be a once most powerful country again. Right, what else happened? Hello to everyone. Hello. A lot of people in the chat. It's always nice to chat. Lady C talks about Greg Wallace today, and I agree with her. Catherine, I didn't see what Lady C said. I really didn't. So I can't comment on that. But Lady C is an intelligent lady. And I'm a guy who will never pick on her because she's very scary and powerful. What else is happening? Home of the tall blondes. America's home of the tall blondes, allegedly. I would not know that. When I was in the White House, it was Barbara Bush, wasn't it? Monarch of the Glen. My mum used to watch it too. Right, listen to this, people. Please listen to this. In the last couple of days, something shocking has happened. And that is the fact that the current US president, who doesn't understand what's going on, has just pardoned his son. And I don't believe he meant to do it. I think somebody must have walked up to him and went, someone must have walked up to Joe Biden, sitting on a deck chair, eating ice cream, and whispered in his ear, what do you want us to do with Hunter? And he's looked up and went, pardon? And it's just carried on. I don't even think he realizes, but it's happened. Well, listen to this here, please. The two biggest narcissists, the two biggest arseholes in the world, in my opinion, but without prejudice, see how I did that? Is Harry and Meghan. Well, they have just teamed up. They have just teamed up with Joe Biden's daughter, Ashley. And they are going to help build, let me get this right, a trauma wellness center. Now, I find that strange. They want to go and build a trauma wellness center. I reckon the first customer will be Joseph. He'll be through the door. I think you could send him anywhere as long as they had a freezer with ice cream. He wouldn't even know what's going on. He wouldn't. Such a shame. But there we go. Honk, honk. Right. Right. As I said, there's a lot of stuff going on in she's just threw me there. There's a lot of stuff going on over here at the minute. And there's a lot of woke stuff trying to worm its way into government, but Reform are fighting back. As I said, the leader of Reform is Nigel Farage. The chairman is Richard Tice. Many of you told me you had issues with the petition. Many of you told me that you didn't receive a response from the government with a link to click onto the link so your signature would count. I seen that. I read it. I listened. I sent all that information to the chairman of the chairman of Reform, and Richard Tice got it. So he acknowledged it, that he'd received it to me, and he was going to pass it on. So the petition is being looked into. I think the petition is just shy of about 47,000 signatures, and it will hit 3 million. I hope it hits 3 million tonight. I really do. I doubt it, because a lot of people in society are fucking selfish. There's no other way to put it as this. A lot of people are selfish. They only care about themselves. It's true. And why should they? Wow. Yeah, selfishness. But listen, this is a little impromptu live. I come on to say thank you for the 7 million likes. I come on to say, I keep pointing at the wrong book because my camera's mirrored. So my camera's mirrored. So in my camera, first into singing book's there. But in reality, it's there. I always get it mixed up. But it's been a great day. The video that was put online, I actually put it on my community page. I let people to see. I wanted people to see because for a long time last year, many people had stuck with my channel. I went through a lot of shit. Many of us went through a lot of shit. Thanks very much, the old Power Tripper podcast. I went through a lot of shit last year, and Chris knows this because I was being lambasted constantly on the platform X and all the shit about fraud and stuff. And after a while, I am human. After a while, it does play away in your head, and you start to think, how the fuck do I beat this? It's just constant. Well, an individual who kept making loads of allegations about me, which I've now been proven, he actually did loads of videos, and somebody that's very, very talented and can do a lot of editing put a video together, and it's on my community page, and you can see where this individual just keeps messing up. Anyway, so he's one of the individuals. I'm glad you can all see it. For those of you that did follow him and stick with him and believe him, get the fuck off my channel. Don't come back. I don't want arseholes that jump. I don't want arseholes following me that believe that lunatic. And I'll never accept those type of... Listen, people say I don't hold grudges. I don't hold grudges, but I'm also not a dickhead. I do not let people come back in and go, sorry, Trevor, I made a mistake. No, you're a knobhead. Stay with the lunatics. Stay over there with all the lunatic YouTubers, all the ones that make up stories about the... What was that story? I got a phone call today from Meghan Markle. I'm like, oh, did you really? Get the fuck. What was the other one? Her maid called me. Was it another one that someone said on YouTube? These are YouTubers that come out with this shit, by the way. The Markles have AIDS. And I'm like, oh, well, stop making stuff up for clickbait. Listen, stick to channels which give you honest, accurate information and give you their experience. If you're listening to people that are unhinged, then you're going to end up unhinged because all this shit just sticks in your head. Don't bother. Stay away from them. YouTube's a big enough platform to find someone that's actually giving you good information or making you laugh. I mean, making you laugh. I won't do the machine gun thing again because this morning that sort of ruined my shoulders. I've had a busy day today. Shoulders quite sore now. I think I've pulled a muscle in my arm. I was going to make something there. I'm going to make ice cream in the kitchen. Ice cream and then glaze it. Does that sound nice? Bit of cream coming down the ice cream, like chocolate dripping down the ice cream with a flake in it maybe. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? Muggle says, Jen, Trevor's accent is brilliant and it makes things even funnier. Oh, does it? Oh, thank you very much for that. All right, does the ice cream sound good, Jen? I bet you're an ice cream fan. Do you like it with the chocolate drips down the ice cream and it's just all the flavors? What do you call those things? Millions and thousands or thousands and I don't know, thousands and millions? I don't know. I can't remember what they're called. Alan McLean says, I love ice cream, Trevor. That sounds great. I'm sure it does. Elaine Williams, when will you tuck into your Christmas cake, Trevor? Oh, probably. I'm going to go for probably Boxing Day. Boxing Day or probably Christmas Day. Because what's happening is I am on Christmas Day. I've already planned this. On Christmas Day, I'm going across to Sebastian's mum's house and we're going to have Christmas sort of dinner and stuff there. Like we did last year and the year before. It's quite nice. It's quite nice to be around family, isn't it? Yeah. It's all lovely. Sparks loves ice cream. Joe says it's staves of dementia. Nah. Only if you're Joe. My son likes honeycomb ice cream. I don't know, all that type of thing. I'm not into that really. Gay Canada. That's quite weird because Canada's full of gays. I'm only joking. Gay Canada. See if I spelled wrong. I was just messing with your name, and I apologise. I apologise. Homemade ice cream. Jen says glazed ice cream is the best. Yeah, it sounds lovely. Only if it's done right. Only if it's done right, Jen. It's got to be glazed properly. It's got to have the right topping on it. The right topping. I can just taste it. Anyway, Biden's wife, Dr. Jill, just founded a welfare. Pooh Bear. Stephen R.R. That's right. Katrin says Biden's wife, Dr. Jill, is she a proper doctor? Probably not. Just founded a welfare health something with a lot of money. Of course she is. Of course she is. Listen, Joe's about to leave. Joe's going to be the only US president in history that doesn't remember being the US president. And look what they're doing. They're putting together, they're going to funnel money to certain areas. All politicians do it, by the way. And then the health center is going to be named after him. President, I don't know, the Joe Biden retard ward or something wing maybe. And he's going to go in there and he's going to end up in there. And it'll be funded by the government. And Hunter will be able to visit him and get stoned on the medications that they provide. And Jill will go away and ignore the fact that she has him there. She'll say that's along the lines of, well, he's in the best car possible 24/7. And she'll go away, probably get remarried whenever Joe goes mad. And she'll probably write it, what they all do, an autobiography. I mean, the Biden years. And she'll make a fortune. Imogen says, Trevor, you're awful. I apologize, Imogen. I've got intrusive thoughts in my head, and sometimes I just have to get it out. I really do, and it's not nice, you know. It's not nice to stay in, you know. I am not a danger to myself or the public. Personal joke. I like your accent. It's lovely. Thank you very much, RHR. RHR, Regimental Headquarters. Regimental Headquarters. Retard word, haha. Martin, sorry, I had to say it. A lot of nice people in the chat. Martin, he says it without thinking. I do. You're right. RHR Jen, Irish accents are great. That's coming from Anne. She's got a bit of a Celtic connection there as well. Gay Canada. Silver, I have hemp ice cream. Hemp ice cream. Oh, so you just sit there and have hemp ice cream, and by the time you finished it, you're off your tits high as a kite. Like Kamala Harris was the other night when she uploaded a video on social media, actually. Jeanette saying, good to see Jeanette in. Steve. Oh, Steve, I missed that there. What did Steve say? Steve, Belfaster on YouTube. Trevor, you make us proud. Steve. Steve. You make me proud. You make me proud, my friend. I enjoy it. I'm going to go home to Belfast soon, actually, to visit my parents, actually. If I can fit in before Christmas. I've got a lot on before Christmas. You know, I've got court things on before Christmas. So I have to do those and get those out the way. Stuff to do with the Ministry of Defence and other bits and pieces that need put to bed. And if I can get home, I will get home. Yeah, why not? Go to Belfast, grab a Guinness. Or I might go to that place in... My dad took me to a place when I was home for my birthday in April. We went out for a meal with my mum, my son, Gwen, Luba, my ex-wife, and we all went for like a birthday meal. I can't remember the price of that meal, but it was over £500. About $700 for a meal. I was like, what? Anyway, you get what you pay for, I suppose. Then again, right, Reagan Thatcher also had, I like Ronald Reagan and Margaret Thatcher. Yep. Jeanette says you would have been in here. You would have been in here earlier, but your visitors wouldn't leave. Jeanette, you need to prioritize. Tell them to get out. You're speaking to Trevor. I like your velvet coat. I've got a few of these actually. I have a few of these. It's stitched up here, but I normally have something. I wear it with my my dicky bow when I do black ties events and stuff like that. I wore it actually. The last time I wore this was in Gibraltar at Fiona and Graham's 1920s nights. Do you remember that? I wore it there. Fitness Hutch is in. Good to see you, Fitness Hutch. So that's the last time I wore it. Believe it or not, the customs, was it the customs? Bullshit, it wasn't. The flight, the airline charged me £45 to carry this up the fucking steps of the plane and to set it on my own knee. They charged me an extra £45 for that. EasyJet, robbing bastards. But there we go. Lynn, hello. Hello, Trevor. Hello, Lynn. How you doing? Anne McLean's in. Hello, Anne. It's good to see you, Trevor. It's good to see you, Anne. Really is. RHR Jane says, I love Fiona. She introduced me to a new lover. Oh, sorry, a new friend. She is lovely. Ah, sorry. Wishful thinking on Trevor's behalf, I suppose, but there we go. Hi, Blacksmith. That was Imogen. Oh my goodness, 2 is cold. -2 is cold, and sure it is. Moogle says, hi, Hutchies. I couldn't find your live. Fitness Hutch is in there. And hi, Fitness. A lot of people saying, hi, Grumpy Sapper. Hello, everyone. Good to have you. Greg Wallace is a nuisance with women. He is revolting. Well, Zelda. Well, Zelda. If you watch the BBC, you've got a brass neck calling anyone a womanizer or names because the BBC is steeped in them. So's Hollywood. You'd be surprised. But I get your point. I get your point, and it's a good point. But I'm just pointing out the fact that a lot of people are jumping on the I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. A lot of people jumped on the bandwagon with Russell Brand. Everyone destroyed him. And then that disappeared a little bit, didn't it? The Merchant's quite expensive, actually, Steve. I was there in April. After I think they had just finished filming The Fall with Gillian Anderson. And she was staying in the Merchant, if you remember rightly. So I was in the Merchant there, and it's beautiful. It's very expensive. It's probably... I'm going to go as far as to say the Merchant Hotel in Belfast is more expensive than the Ritz and the Hilton. It's more expensive than both of those hotels. And you can see why it is, because it is so super class in there. Everything's perfect. The staff are welcoming. The toilets, you could live in the toilets. The toilets are really high end. It's stunning. I'm just saying. I think the Merchant's probably the best hotel I've ever been in. And that's saying a lot, because I once stayed in a hotel facing the West Wing at the White House, which was, let me work it out, back in 2008, it was over £300 a night to stay in the hotel that faces the West Wing. It's on the corner. If anyone's been in Washington, D.C., there's a hotel on the corner, and when you look out of it, the West Wing's just there, and you go through the side security gate. I don't remember the name of the hotel, if I'm honest, but the Merchant in Belfast is a better hotel. I'm just pointing it out. Anyway, Christmas. This Saturday, by the way, I just want to point out, this Saturday, what did RHA Jam calm down? I don't know what that is. RHA Jam, what did she say? Jamie Dornan is in the fall. Jamie Dornan is in the fall. Yes, he is. Yes, Jamie Dornan is in the fall. Never met the guy. However, you all know who Jim McDonald is, don't you? Charlie Lawson. My good friend Charlie Lawson is a friend of Jamie Dornan's, actually. You all know I've had Charlie Lawson on before. He's a great guy. Great actor from Belfast. Yeah, he does a lot. He's got the last time I spoke to Charlie, his autobiography should be coming out before Christmas. So I rang him up about 4 days ago, and he told me to call him back on Monday. This is Tuesday, so I forgot to call him back. So I'll need to give him a ring back and see how his book's doing. See if he needs a plug. Might even ask him to come on here for a chat. Have a little chat with Charlie. Charlie's a great guy. A great ambassador for Belfast, Mr. Lawson is. And he drinks in the Welders. So if you're in the Welders in Belfast, you'll find Charlie in the Welders most weekends. Yep. What was that, Fox? Oh, where is the GHQ Spirits? You've been naughty. The GHQ Spirits, I actually showed the GHQ Spirits on a video chat to someone that's in the chat here. It's actually in the kitchen beside all my hot chocolates and all my coffees and stuff. It's lined up there. That's exactly where it is. You keep bringing it up, but it's in the kitchen. Who did I show it to? RHR Jen, you're in the chat, aren't you? RHR Jen's in the chat. I showed it to Jen the other day. She was looking at the coffees and stuff in my kitchen. I showed her. So there we go. Jim McDonald, so do I. Yeah. He drinks in the Welders. It's nice to have him. Gonna have a little drink. I'm not going to stay on too. There you are. I'm not going to stay on too long, but I have the GHQ stuff in the kitchen. I'll show it to you next time. Nice. Stuart Brown says, I've seen him in the Welders. Was midweek though. He hangs around. He loves the Welders. He loves the Welders. He lives in Chester area. Macclesfield in that direction. He used to run a veterans breakfast club up there at the weekends, but he stopped doing it because the veterans became so fucking toxic and so bitter towards everything. He just said it's not his. There's no point, because he was paying for that. He was paying everyone's breakfast every weekend, and some of the veterans just took the piss. And it wasn't worth his time. It really wasn't. What was that there? Samantha must have McDonald. Trevor, bring some cake over. I'll post you soda bread. Oh, you're not getting this cake. This cake I have would blow your head off. I mean, you open up the strong alcohol from it would kill you. It would knock a child out. I reckon when I cut into the cake though, I reckon I'll be pissed after it. I'm going to be honest. I'll be drunk after it. Have you got trousers on, Trev? Chris, you shouldn't have done that, Chris. People know I don't wear trousers when I do lives. I wear boxer shorts when I do lives. Everyone knows that, Chris. You shouldn't be doing that. Put me on the spot. Yes, this is how I do Sky News. I sit there when I do Sky News, and I have my boxer shorts on and my shirt and my jacket, and I try and look smart. I go, yes, that's true. And then I get up and walk away in boxer shorts. That's what most people do. That's what most people do. Do you think that people sit in their houses on a Zoom call? Do you think that people do that? Most people in the morning when they're doing Zoom calls to companies are wearing pajama bottoms and they're wearing a shirt and that's how you do it. It's the etiquette. It's what you call Zoom etiquette. You should all know that, ladies and gentlemen. Disappointed with Northern Ireland on a petition. Do you know what, though, when I think about Northern Ireland and I think about politics, and I don't want to go into about politics, but for many, 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 many years, Northern Ireland was all, keep Ulster British. Ulster says no, Ian Paisley's old things. The problem with Northern Ireland's biggest problem has always been the Ulster Unionist Party and the Democratic Unionist Party never wanting to work together for a united political front to tackle Sinn Féin. They always split the Protestant vote, and that's why Sinn Féin are now in control of Northern Ireland, because Protestants have big egos. And it's that's going to say it's your own fault. It's not your fault. It's Northern Ireland's fault, though. You've no one to blame but themselves. And I hate to say it, but it's a fact. The day the DUP and the UUP come together and unite for the betterment of the Northern Ireland community, then that'll be the day that Northern Ireland changes for the better. Until then, it's sad. Can you do any Paisley? Ulster says no, so it does. I went in for me and Paisley and I ended up doing Jim McDonald. I don't know. There we go. For the people of Ulster. It's sad, but it's a fact. Everyone in Northern Ireland knows it's a fact. Quite sad. Right, people. What are we doing here? Right. I've been going for 30 minutes. I do not like to waste people's time because I know there's other YouTubers that are really, really good and they deserve a chance because a lot of my subscribers follow different YouTubers and I hate to roll into another YouTuber. I think there's enough room for everyone and I try my best to make it fair on here. What I do. Sometimes I just think, fuck them, and I just keep going because, you know, it's what happens in here. Little intrusive thoughts go around there and I just go, no, 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 no. But anyway, you know what I mean. Fantastic Paisley, Trev. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Martin. Here's a story for you. Here's a story for you. Ian Paisley Jr.'s son. His name's Ian Paisley. You all know him. Ian Paisley Jr.'s son. What the fuck am I talking about? Ian Paisley Sr. His son, Ian Paisley Jr. You all know who I'm talking about? Hopefully you do. Well, anyway, this is what happened. I'm in Washington, D.C., and I'm staying in this beautiful hotel. And I'm going over to meet the president in about 3 hours' time, which is just after lunchtime. So I come down the stairs of these beautiful stairs in the lobby. Now, I was staying in a hotel in a suite called the Condoleezza Rice Suite. Big suite in the hotel. In my hotel, I swear to God, it was beautiful. I had a bed bigger than I could ever imagine. I could do forward rolls on it. It was that big. And it looked out, the room I was in looked out towards the west wing of the White House. It was a beautiful room. I had a massive drawing board, a room for about 30 people to have a sit around this table and discuss things. Massive TV. The kitchen was beautiful. The place was filled with wine and drinks. It was beautiful. And I enjoyed it. But outside my room was Secret Service. When I went into the lift, there was Secret Service. And when I went down to the bottom floor, so there was Secret Service all over this hotel. So I comes down the stairs, I came out, if you know this hotel, where the elevators open, there's like round shaped steps going down into this massive lobby. It's a beautiful hotel. And I went and sat down at a table. And when I sat down at a table, Ian Paisley Jr. came and sat down beside me, and Sir Geoffrey Donaldson came and sat down beside me, and we're just sitting there. And he, hi Trevor, and I was like, yeah, it's good to meet you. Yeah, it's really, and we're all just sitting chatting. And this is what happened. This is what happened. Ian Paisley Jr. did this, which I class is a little bit rude to do it to anyone. Anyway, this beautiful girl came across and says, hello, sir. How may I help you? Could we have, see those sandwiches over there? Do you know when you go to like the Ritz and you get those lunches and you get like the different layers and stacks and all different sandwiches on it and stuff? He says, could you bring one of those over, please, with the sandwiches on it, and bring one of those over with the biscuits on it? And he brought them all over and set them on our table. And he said, and could I order a drink? Trevor, what would you like? Coffee. So I ordered a coffee. Ian ordered like an alcoholic drink, I think, and he got the same for Sir Geoffrey Donaldson. And we were sitting there and we were chatting away, and the conversation it was a nice conversation. Ian's very, very switched on when it comes to politics and different things, and Sir Geoffrey. But Ian and Sir Geoffrey were working out a system of how to do things in government, and I sat and listened to it all. Now, just before we were about to get up and leave, the woman came across with the bill. Quite expensive bill, actually. And Ian grabbed the bill and he went, oh, no. Could you put this bill on Mr. Colt's tab, please? I was like, what? Put it on Mr. Colt's tab. And then he leaned across to me and he touched me in the chest. He went, don't worry about it, Trevor. The Ministry of Defence is paying for your bill. It'll be all right. And I was like, what the there we go. They don't pay for anything. Everything's expenses with politicians. I missed a little bit of chat there, didn't I? What's happening here? Are you going to do a live with Charlie before Christmas, Trevor? Elaine, Charlie will be back during the week, I believe. Yeah, he's a busy man, Charlie. He's a busy man. He's here, there, and everywhere. Yeah. Nearly went into a rhyme there. Yeah, Charlie's a busy guy. If he says yes, I will ask him. If he says yes, then yeah, I'll do a little live with Charlie. It's always fun with Charlie. And a little bit, Charlie's a bit like me. He has these intrusive thoughts, and he just says the first thing that we don't work. Me and Charlie don't work that. Sometimes it just a thought comes in before we analyze it. We just say it, and sometimes we get ourselves in trouble. So I'll have my best to have a chat with Charlie. This Saturday coming at 6:20 p.m. I am on here with the Old Paratrooper podcast, who is my ex-paratrooper friend, and I've got an ex-Royal Marine coming on, and I don't want to tell you who he is yet, but he has over 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. Ex-Royal Marine. Don't want to tell you who he is yet, but that's going to be brilliant. And we all have to wear Christmas jumpers, and let's see how that turns out. My Christmas jumper I have already. Yeah. There's not many of us in tonight. However, it was, I'm going to be honest, I only planned this about 20 minutes before I come on. So thanks for those that have joined me. Adam will be wearing a dress. Adam Elcock MBE. Will he be wearing a dress? You never know with these guys. As long as there's a Christmas jumper over it, you never know. There's a lot of good people in tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for your support. A big shout out to RHR Jen, whose YouTube channel, wow, she's got 170,000 plus subscribers on her channel. It's a brilliant channel. She gave me a massive shout out the other day, which helped push my book right up into the Amazon's top 50 bestsellers. So thanks for that. And I hope your channel goes from strength to strength. I really do. There's a lot of good people in the chat tonight. There's about 8 YouTubers in there. And it's been good. But I'm going to leave it now. It's been 36 minutes. Thank you to everyone who joined me. I hope you've had a wonderful night. I'll let you know if I get anything back from Jenny Carpenter, who's my local Labour Member of Parliament, when I have sent her the link to the new legislation to reveal the identity of online stalkers from the police, who the police seem to keep hidden. But anyway, we are going that direction. I'm going to say thank you, whoever did that video about that lunatic that lives near the sea. Thank you. You've just proven to everyone that some people just can't help it. It's a little bit like being a kleptomaniac, where you have to keep taking things that don't belong to you. This is a guy which is quite sad to see, a grown man with a split personality who possesses different characters throughout the day. One is he's a bus driver. One is he's in the army. One is he wants to be a politician. Then he wants to be Mr. Beast. Next thing you know, he wants to sue everyone. I mean, it just goes to show you that some people are not well. It's a shame. It really is crying shame. But, you know, I hope he has a great Christmas. Anyway, listen, thank you for everyone. Stand up again, Trevor. Listen, I don't want to stand up again. Stop it. Anyway, listen, have a wonderful night, everyone. Thanks for all your support. Take care. And if you haven't been on Amazon, why not? It's not free, actually. It's not free, unfortunately. Amazon take a big cut, so is the publisher. But it doesn't matter. Please keep leaving your reviews, though, because the reviews that you leave let other people see either how shit it is or how good it is. As I said, if you like my book, leave a review. If you don't like it, give it to someone you don't like. Or what you could do is what I'm doing with my Christmas jumper. Now, the Old Paratrooper podcast knows this because I showed him the jumper and what it is. My Christmas jumper that I've ordered for this live stream on Saturday at 6:20, it has a return policy right up until the 31st of January. So I can wear that jumper in a live stream and then send it back to Amazon and get my money back. Tune in next week for more of Trevor Colt's money saving tips. Anyway, listen. Yeah, I blacked out. Thank you. Have a great day. Thanks. And I think I'll go and have a drink of water and put my pajamas on. Thanks. And Mum, I know you're in the chat, Mother. Thank you. Thanks for being in the chat. Have a good evening. I'm going to sign off now. I suppose I better go. Hi, Foxy. I'll have to get you back on for a chat soon, but it'd be nice to get you on for a chat. But yeah, I'm also doing a live this Sunday, actually. Bye, Mum. Bye, Moogle. So I've got my live stream on Saturday, my Christmas evening, which is my Land and Sea live stream, and I've got one on Sunday on the Fitness Hutches channel. Other than that, have a great night, everyone, and thanks for tuning in.